I remember first being contacted about the Felicia Barnes case by one of my guardian angels named Charlie. And she said, hey, there's this kid missing down in Baltimore City, and uh, I think we can do something to kind of help with the search. And I agreed. I told Charlie, get the details, and we'll put together what we can, and we'll see what happens. And I remember bringing the guardian angels together and, doing the preliminary stuff and uh, going over things to coordinate the search. And of course, one of the first people I met with was Russell Barnes and Dina Barnes, the father and the sister to Felicia. And we talked about what we wanted to do and how to put things together. And oh my goodness, I remember that doing that was probably one of the worst things that the Guardian Angels had been involved in. I joined the Guardian Angels the first time when I was 17 years old, my twin brother and I. And we've worked with homicide victims' families. We've worked with, somewhat missing people, basically runaway type stuff, victims of crime, so remember the Guardian Angels are put together for victims. We're victim advocates, that's what we do. But I never thought that we could deal with something like the Felicia Barnes case, not because it was complicated, but because we wanted to find her. She was beautiful. She was smart. She was literally the Natalie Holloway of Baltimore. And after 4 months of searching, we wanted this kid home, and we did everything we could. As far as how it affected the Guardian Angels, I pretty much didn't know what was going on. We had angels that thought we were doing too much in the search for Felicia Barnes. We had angels who felt that we weren't doing enough. We had angels who stopped going to work and continued to just look for Felicia Barnes. We had angels that were breaking our own protocol and breaking police protocol, and it was just hell. It was horrible. I didn't know how we could keep the Guardian Angels together during this one search, because we were fighting amongst ourselves. It was like looking for one of your own kids. And, we had to deal with the police, had to deal with the media, had to deal with the family, and worst of all, we had to deal with each other. And it was challenging. Hell, it was horrible. And I was getting calls all the time. Oh, you got an angel here, you got an angel doing that. I had meetings with the police, and it was a rough deal. I remember the day they found Felicia Barnes, and we got the call from the family, and I called all the angels and told them, meet me at headquarters. We're gonna talk about some stuff. And everybody met, and I told them, okay, they found the body in the river in Harford County. And to this day, it gives you chills. I can remember the angels just sitting there and nobody spoke. We were just, what do you say? We were just dumbfounded. Nobody moved. We were just speechless. And we didn't know what to do. And I remember thinking, I was so pissed and so hurt and so disappointed. I mean, I just knew we'd find this kid somewhere and all would be right with the world. And I thought about closing down the Guardian Angel chapter. I said, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this again. This is horrible. And I got a phone call from Russell Barnes. And it's one of those calls you don't want to take. And he said, where are you guys right now? I said, well, we're at headquarters. I said, I just told the team what happened. And Russell said, oh, okay, well, do me a favor, grab the team and come on to the house. And I remember thinking, well, what do you need? You know, what's going on at the house? Because it's just like, what do you say to people after such a tragic loss? And he said, we need you to come down here, and we need you to help us grieve. You need to grieve with us, your family. And I remember we rode over there, and you had the city police there, the county police were there, the state police were there, and the family was there, and we kind of sat there and kind of regrouped. I literally think that that's the thing that kind of gave me enough oomph to say, you know what, we got to keep going. This is what we're going to do. The Guardian Angels attended the memorial in Union Academy. We did missing person conferences with our partners, Peas in their pods. And this was basically across the country. The disappearance of Felicia Barnes changed all of us. It made us hug our kids a little bit more tighter. It made us more aware of the horror and the evil that men do to each other. But it also made us step up and give a little bit more to those other families who are not as in the media and don't have the support that they once had when their kids first went missing. We've looked for people who spend years looking for loved ones, still setting the table, still making their family members' beds, still waiting every day for them to knock on their door and come in. The Felicia Barnes case made us all better. 10 years after her disappearance, we still work with and communicate with the majority of the volunteers and Facebookers and all the people who put their time together to help bring this girl home. So when somebody else goes missing, we're all passing out flyers or making phone calls or doing what we can, so that basically we have a great big family and team that just gets right back together and says, hey, here we have another one. I don't think anybody wants another incident and issue like Felicia Barnes. Felicia Barnes changed. The Felicia Law was put together pretty quickly after Felicia's disappearance. And the Felicia Law was put together because we knew that law enforcement didn't have enough resources. We learned because of all the people that came in